like I was saying, these color courages have a very well-known issue. Um, People often joke about it takes a lot of courage to own a color courage because they vibrate so bad that the top cover underneath the flywheel vibrates, the bolts loose, and it will back them out, and they will come into contact with the bottom of the flywheel. It will shear them off, and well, it tends to either put a big chunk in the side of the block or crack it so bad that it leaks all the wool out. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing this thing a lot of favor. We're going to be doing a lot of good to go ahead and Loctite those bolts in to try to stop that from happening, if at all possible. It's been done before by other people. It's a well-known fix. Let's see if we can't go ahead and do it and get that taken care of. That's why I don't use this machine very often. This kind of scares me. Okay, as you can see, we got the top cover off. Now we're going to see if we can find the socket that'll fit this top bolt, the flywheel, and it is a 13. All right. That was nothing. Take that little piece off there. Okay, guys. Take this little fins off. Set that over to the side. Okay, now for the fun part. Yeah, fun part. Oh boy. Okay. We'll get our trusty tire tool. See if we can find a place to pry. Somewhere around in here. A little bit of upward pressure. Wait, let's stick our bolt back in. I've got a puller also. I'm just trying to this way for right now. We'll try this way first. Okay. It's gonna make me get out something a little bit heavier. We'll get it. Okay, guys, that took a little bit longer than what I was expecting, but we did get it. I had to spray WD-40 around the edge, pry on it, and I did distort the bolt. I kind of mushroomed it a little bit, but I'll clean that up and get it back on there. Just kind of keep tapping on it, spinning it, keep prying, tapping, and finally it popped. Now we're able to take this off. Do not lose the key. Okay, it's still stuck on the shaft. All right. I tried wood and everything, but the wood that I've got around here is so rotten. It just keeps just chattering. Tried to hammer on wood between the, on top of the bolt. It just kept breaking it. Okay, here's what we're after, guys. That's why you'll see all these wood chips. We'll clean all of this off before we go back together with it. Whew, about wore me out, guys. That's what happens when you don't have the proper tools. But I learned that little trick, and this whole thing that I'm doing today, I learned it from Terrell Fixes All. If you haven't already, go check him out on Facebook. Not Facebook. Well, you can check him out on that too, but YouTube. He's fixing to be retiring, and it's a lot of knowledge that dude knows. Been in the business for God knows how long. See what I mean? It's just so rotten. Wasn't nothing. Can't do anything with that. Okay. Now we're going to start pulling each bolt. We're going to pull it, Loctite it, put it back in. Pull it, Loctite it, put it back in. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to hit all of these. Get them done. All right, these are a 10 millimeter. Loose. I've got two different kinds, medium and high strength. What do y'all think I should do? Mixture? That's what I'm thinking. Should we go the mixture? Half medium and half high strength? Like, let's see here. Why isn't it coming out of there? Oh. I've never bought Loctite before. Don't quite know how to use these too well. I think I figured it out though. Go that one. See if put part on that, and we're gonna go on this back side. We're gonna make sure these bolts don't come out. See, we got the red and the blue. Now this might make it to where you ain't ever gonna get these back out. But guys, seriously, if it's not leaking, why do you want to take this back apart? I mean, really. Give it some ugga-duggas there. I'm just going to keep going around, and I'm going to get all those bolts taken care of. All right, working on these last three. These are the, well, no, there's 4 that I got to do now. I didn't see these 2 right here. This is where the case is really thin, and if these back out, you're in trouble. This is how a lot of these engines only usually last about, I can't really say for sure, but I mean, I've heard of this happening at like 200 hours. I've heard it happening at $400. It just depends. Each machine's not made exact same, so same spec or whatever. But what I'm getting at is that the case is so thin right in this area that when these bolts back out, they will literally back themselves. Like these Modi single cylinder Kohler Courages, they vibrate so bad. The bolts will back out, come in contact with that flywheel that we took off earlier, knock this thing, and crack the block right out the side. I mean, dumping all the oil. It's horrible. So I said at the beginning, it takes a lot of courage to own a Kohler Courage if you don't do this. At least this. We're going a little bit extra heavy with the Loctite on these. And yeah, we're still mixing the blue and the red. See guys, we're still mixing the blue and the red. I don't want these bolts to come back out. That may kick me in the butt later on, but you know, she's running really good. It's not leaking. Everything's doing good. I just don't want catastrophic failure, you know. We'll try to prevent that. So we still got a lot of videos to make with this thing. They don't look like they used any kind of Loctite or anything from the factory. And this is a well-known issue. I don't know why Kohler Courage hasn't fixed this. I don't know why Kohler hasn't, you know, addressed this issue. Maybe because this is their bottom tier type engine. And they don't really care. They put all their money and efforts into the top tier, which is their command, I believe. That one was loose. That one was about to back itself out, guys. That one was very loose. And I've run into a couple of them that were really loose. Like it didn't take much to just back them out. I know I'm using an impact gun. It's kind of hard to judge, but you've been using these. You've been working on stuff for so long as I have. You can tell. You can tell when something's loose. Now, we don't want to pinch any kind of bolts or any kind of hoses or wires or anything when we put these back in. It's the last one. Remember, cross-threading is nature's Loctite. No, don't do that. Make sure you get everything in there right. Okay. Now we're just going to assemble. We're going to reassemble. Let's get the keyway lined up. Wishful thinking. But what we can do to fix this up and get it lined up. Or I just get my flap disc out. No, that's working. It's working. Let me go ahead and put my caps on my Loctite here. I had to order that Loctite because I didn't have any. I've been waiting to do this video. I was having to get some stuff ready. Got an avalanche. Whew. Always stay hydrated. The old water in the Dr. Pepper bottle. Okay. Let's continue. Let's get it lined up. And this will force the metal that we just cut, or that we just deformed, beaten on it, back into the shape that we need for the correct size socket that is required. Okay, we got one side. Okay, it's on there. Will it come back off? Probably not, but it's on there. I'm not going to Loctite this one. Do a little bit of wipe down, just yeah, sure, why not? Clean, good. Okay. There's my big Ugga Dugga machine. She's on there. Okay. We install this with these little nubs. They fit in these holes. Somehow they fit in those holes. Come on. Don't be doing this to me. It's not looking like it's fitting right. Flip it. It should fit either way, right? Okay, that's sitting down like it's supposed to. It only fits one way, guys. Now this. See the rest of, you want it going down, and it fits in. Ooh. Messed up, guys. Okay. almost messed up there, guys. It's almost messed up. Okay. Is that right? It's got to be. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. How else would that thing stay on there? Okay, she's on there. Still spins good. Everything's great. We didn't mess with the coil, so I don't have to regap it or anything. Okay, now where did this piece out here go? Now this thing right here was kind of a pain. Use your hand hammer, pop it on. Make sure everything is up and out of the way for reassembly. You want your coil wire to go back in its little, or the spark plug wire to go back in its little clip. It attaches right here to this top cover. Okay, let's throw all our bolts back in. And these are 8mm, I believe. I'm going to turn our impact gun way down. To on 1. Okay. Reinstall the old dipstick. Let's move a bunch of my stuff out of the way here. She's ready to fire up. Move this wood out of the seat so I don't get a splinter in my buttocks. Okay. Y'all got front row view right there. What do you think about that? There we go, guys. There's another one from Holman's Mowing. I will catch y'all on the next one.